And you referenced the knee injury. How much of a setback did that have for you? Like, was it a mental thing as well as a physical thing?
Yeah, definitely mental. Basically, I ruptured my cruciate ligament, ruptured my lateral ligaments, and I did my cartilage as well, tore my cartilage. So I'd messed my knee up pretty badly. But at the time, I was sent to a surgeon up in Cambridge who operated on me, and to sort of the new ligament, basically the new cruciate ligament, was basically repaired but put in the wrong place.
Oh, right.
It was about 3 or 4 millimeters out of sort of in the wrong place. So, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was trying to get back fit for a whole year, and every time I started running, my knee would swell up. But I look back at it now, and probably stupidly, I kept going back to the same surgeon who just said, "Look, you got to get through it. It's just scar tissue and this and that." And I just said, "Look, if I could, I would, but there's something not right." So I had a couple of more operations where they cleared up some scar tissue and bits and pieces. And after a whole year, I was just no closer to being fit. I came back at the end of that season just basically because I'd had enough and tried to play a couple of games, but my knee just kept swelling up. So I think Gianluca Vialli, who was manager at the time, basically sent me to Rome to see his specialist. And basically he looked at a set of fresh scans and said, yeah, straight away you could see that the ligament was in the wrong place. So that was sort of devastating to hear, to be honest with you. So I ended up going back home to Australia to a surgeon I knew very well there, a knee specialist called Leo Pincheski,
Yeah.
who basically had to rip everything out that was previously done, and then repair the cruciate again. So I was pretty much out for 2 years. So it's, with long-term injuries as well, it can be a pretty lonely place. You're never really part of the first team squad anymore. You're sort of training on your own. You're in the gym on your own. Like I said earlier, I didn't have that sort of family support network, if you like. So mentally, it was draining. Physically, I lost a lot of muscle wastage on my left leg throughout that first year that I never really got back.
Yeah.
And then the second time it was repaired, they used part of my hamstring to make the new ligament.
Oh, right.
And sort of I had ongoing hamstring troubles after that. So yeah, it was terrible time, really, to be honest with you. And I'd sort of had a decent season in the Premier League, and I probably could have had an opportunity to leave the club at the end of that season, because we knew quite early on that we were going to be relegated, and I may have had an opportunity to leave and go to another club, but as I say, the injury sort of just set me back, and then I ended up getting back fit probably around sort of 2002, 2003. But by then, the club had changed so much. There was new players come in, and Ray Lewington, who was the manager at the time, basically said, "Look, I appreciate you've been at the club so long, but you're probably not going to get a lot of game time."
Yeah.
So I made the decision to leave, and yeah, I left in 2003, which was a bit gut wrenching to sort of leave in the way I did. But yeah, it's part and parcel of football, and injuries are a big part of that. So it was unfortunate, but I tried to not look back at it sort of miserably, if you like.
Okay.
I've got many, many fond memories of being at Watford, and yeah, it still holds a special place.